Guess who's back? Back again. What is up, everybody? Welcome on into the Coub Corner Podcast. We back in this bitch. How y'all doing? Been a minute. Good to see you. Not really looking at you, but you know what I mean. See y'all Coub713 on Twitter. Coub Corner Pod on Twitter. My guys, AirJair, B Diddy, Biscuits and Gravy, all on Twitter. AA runs back in the fold with DaTailgate show, so that's cool. Loud Funny Guy's back. All right. LOA Loud Funny Guy. Anyways, you know the deal of the pod. We have topics. We go through them like a checklist. Keep it under 10. We're going to be under 10 today, unlike last time where I had you for almost half an hour. Yeah, took my blue pills that day. Few topics. Let's run through them. Number one, let's talk scheme. Guys, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter right now where people think scheme is simply play calling. It is more than play calling. It is more than the playbook. It is actual technique, and it is player fits. Repeat that. It is player fits. Scheme is a totality of things. So, when I'm looking at this new scheme that we're going to be running this year, it's outside zone, right? Run heavy, wide, outside zone. Pretty standard for the new generation of the Shanahan offense, right? So, let's look at this. You're thinking 21 personnel. I think you're going to see a lot of that. That's why we got Blossing game, right? We got a fullback for a reason. So 21 personnel. You're going to have 2 backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. Okay? Speed matters in this offense. Why does speed matter? Because the whole point of outside zone is to stretch the field horizontally as well as vertically. Of course, you want the deep throws. Of course, you want to create space in the middle of the field by stretching out the safeties. That way you can complete the intermediary throws. Of course. However, there are 53 unaccounted for yards horizontally on the field. How do you tire somebody out on the football field? You get them to run. That's the whole point of the outside zone. So when you go out there and you have stretch 8 over and over again, stretch 8, all these stretch 8 plays, you get them running. And all of a sudden, you have a fake stretch play. That fake stretch play turns into a bootleg left. So where they've been running all day to the right, trying to cover whatever outside zone run there is or outside zone pass, and then all of a sudden now you have a fake boot left. And now the defense has to pivot their mentality of where we've been going all game, catch up to it. At that point in time, your deep crosses are open. You leave over the top stuff on the backside wide open for JF1 to hit. It's common sense. This is why we're going to have a run-heavy offense. Because the run always sets up the pass. It historically always has, and it always will. Muscle memory. Although you can be the best defender in the NFL, you're going to fall into traps from time to time. And those traps are set up by the scheme and the play calling. Something we were missing over the last 4 years. We just said, throw a dart, that's the play we're going to call. And it's not happening anymore. These will be detailed game plans to start the game. And as it goes on, we're going to stick within ourselves. If there's one thing you can tell about this team, be it from Poles in the way he drafts, Flus in the way he delivers his philosophies, we have a plan, we follow the plan. That's it. We don't deviate. Our deviations will come in by ways of adjustments. If something we're doing isn't working, certainly we'll have in-game adjustments. If you want proof of that, watch the Colts. Watch the Colts last year. Look at their defense. Colts defense may get burnt in the first couple series, maybe in the first quarter, but all of a sudden, absolute clamps. Why? Flus recognized what was going on, made in-game adjustments. You don't see him scoring again. That simple. So I totally expect that on defense. Offense is going to be a work in progress. Mainly because, one, personnel. I'm there with you guys. I get it. But B, and more importantly, the personnel doesn't know the offense. Learning pains. We're going to have growing pains. We're going to have learning pains. It is what it is. But overall, very optimistic. Like the idea of the scheme. Excited for the season to start and actually get to see this in person. While we're talking about scheme and personnel fits, let's move to topic number 2. The much talked about wide receiver room. Look, I get it. We don't have the huge, flashy, marquee name wide receiver. Get it. But we have wide receivers that fit the scheme. Pringle, big, fast, strong, willing blocker. Why is it important for a wide receiver to block? Because we're running outside zone. As I talked about, there are 53 yards sideline to sideline that you have to cover. Means you have to run block. You have to block in certain passings, especially for running screen plays, bubble screens, things like that. You need wide receivers who are willing to cover hashmark to sideline. You're going to want to block people. You're going to want to have wide receivers that can damn near pancake guys. That's why you're seeing the 6'6" to 6'2", 200 to 220 pound wide receivers be our targets. We want larger, stronger guys. Athletes, freak athletes, fast, strong. So yeah, while the wide receiver room doesn't have, XYZ big name, it has guys who fit the mold. I get people are frustrated because there's so much talent out there in the free agent market that we haven't picked up on. This is year one. This is installation of the offense. Read how we're playing. Read the changes that need to be made. And then fix it next offseason. And it's about continual improvement. We've done the whole throw the big stupid money at the big name for wide receiver, a big name defensive end, or whatever. We've done that. Where to end us? 8-8? 8-9? We had one good run. Why did we have a good run? Great defense. We had an offense that took over inside the 50-yard line more times than not. Yeah, you're going to score more points. You're going to have more offensive success when you only have to travel 35 to 50 yards versus having to travel 80. Common sense, people. Let's roll. Last topic. Schedule release. Been gone for a little bit, so this has been a little bit played out online, but I did at least want to cover it a little bit. If you follow me, you've seen my preemptive expectations. Look, this schedule is a freaking cakewalk, okay? It is. I hear people saying 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins, worst record in the NFL. I don't see it. I legitimately see 10 wins here. I could talk myself into 11 or 12. The games that have us losing, I think we lose both Green Bay games. I do. Is what it is. I think we lose week 1 to 49ers, mainly because it's the very first game in this offense. I think we split with the Vikings. We typically split with them, so there's that. Patriots, that's a loss. Cowboys, that's my toss-up. I think we can beat the Cowboys. I think our defense can keep the Cowboys in check. Why? Because Eberflus did it last year. However, different personnel, first year in the system, I get it. It may not happen. So I give us an L in Cowboys. And of course the Bills. Bills game. I mean, unless the defense really shows out, this is going to be a tough one. They put a lot of points on the board. Great athletes, barring major injury to Josh Allen or something like that. And maybe, who knows, maybe the Brian Daboll effect is real. Maybe him leaving completely screws his team. But in general, I think that's a loss. So I'm at 10-7, borderline 11-6. It's playoffs. It's a wild card. Most teams that are going to be in that same bracket there, at 10-6, maybe the 9-8, that's squeaking in that second wild card spot, I think we can beat too. I could see us getting into the divisional round and then getting absolutely smacked. I mean, that's what it is. I see that because there is a talent and overall evolution of the system difference between where we are and where a perennial playoff team is. We're going to win a lot of games this year based on the strength of schedule. Totally get it. Every year there are new teams that enter the playoffs, and that's because of the strength of schedule. Somebody who has an easy schedule is going to win more games. Is what it is. That's how it works. So yeah, when we get into the playoffs and, we're the wild card winner going up against the top seed or the number 2 seed, going to get smacked. Is what it is. Overall, I expect a fun year. I think this will be a good season to watch. I expect big things from the defense. I think you'll see some evolution from Justin, but let's be honest. It's going to be the evolution of the run game. And however Justin operates within that is the plus. But in general, this is going to be the first installation. This is going to be 101. We talked about this with Nagy, 101, 202, 303. We'll actually see that this go around. So I'm excited. Hope y'all are excited. I look forward to it. I don't know how much more we're going to cover between now and actual camp, but I'll be here. If there's anything to share, I'll hop on. Thank you guys for watching or listening. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate the support. As always, y'all have a great day. Have a great week and weekend. Stay blessed. Peace.